So here we have four lists in which we have to find out the number of elements uh, within the interval which is given there. So let us check the lists one by one. So first of all, let me check about cos x plus sin x is, is equal to 1. After transforming this equation, we will have here x sin x plus pi by 4 is equal to sin pi by 4. Okay. So for general solution for this of this equation, we will have x plus pi by 4 is equal to uh, n pi plus minus 1 to the power n pi by 4. So for x there will be n pi minus 1 to the power n pi by 4 minus pi by. Okay. So let us check the elements which are coming in inside this interval. For n is equal to 0, we will have x is equal to 0, which will come inside the interval. Now for n is equal to 1, we will have x is equal to pi by 2. This will also come inside the interval. For n is equal to minus 1, x will be minus 3 pi by 2, which will be outside the interval which is given here, this interval. So the minus 3 pi by 2 value will have value will lie outside this interval. So we will have only two elements for this list. This will have only two elements. Okay. So let us check the second list. So second list is root 3 tan 3x is equal to 1. So tan 3x is equal to tan pi by 3. Okay. So 3x we can write it as n pi. So for general solution of this trigonometric equation will be n pi plus uh, this pi by 3, and simplifying further x will be n pi by 3 plus pi by 9. Okay. So for checking, we have to check the interval for minus 5 pi by 18 to 5 pi by 18. For minus 5 pi by 18, 5 pi by 18. Okay. So we can do one thing here. Let us suppose x between minus 5 pi by 18 to 5 pi by 18. So this will give the values of n for which this inequality satisfies. Okay. So minus 5 pi by 18 minus pi by 9 n pi by 3 5 pi by 18 minus pi by. After this inequality will change into uh, minus 7 pi by 18 uh, n pi by 3 3 pi by 18. So Let me simplify this. So on multiplying 3 here also and here also, we will have minus 7 by 6 and 3 by 6, which is half. So we can think of, we will for this we will have n is minus 1 and 0. Okay, since n cannot be an fractional number or any irrational number, it will be only integer. So in this interval we will have only two integers, which will be minus 1 and 0. So it will also have two elements. It will also have two elements. Okay, so let us check the third part. So 2 cos 2x is equal to root 3. So for this cos 2x, root 3 by 2. So cos 2x will be cos of pi by 6. So for general solution we can write it as 2 and pi plus minus pi by 6. X is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 12. So again we have to check the interval. Minus 6 pi by 5 to 6 pi by 5. Minus 6 pi by 5 to 6 pi by 5. Okay, so I will repeat the same procedure uh, which I have done here. So firstly I will be taking a positive sign. So for n pi plus pi by 12 less than or equal to 6 pi by 5 minus 6 pi by 5. So minus 6 pi by 5 minus pi by 12 n pi 6 pi by 5 minus pi by 12. Okay, it will be uh, 60. It will be 60 uh, minus 77 pi by 60 n pi. It will be 67 pi by 12. Sorry, 60. So we can see here n will have three values. Here n can have three values, as there will be there will be three values for n, which will be minus 1, 0, 1. Okay, so let us check for so let us check for negative sign. So minus 6 pi by 5 n pi minus pi by 12 6 pi by 5. Okay, if we will do sum here, so minus 6 pi by 5 plus pi by 12 n pi 6 pi by 5 plus pi by 12. So here we will have minus 67 pi by 60 and pi 77 pi by 60. Again cancelling the pi. Here we will again have the values minus 1, 0, 0 and 1. Okay. So don't be confused since the values are same in both the cases, but we have considered the general solution separate. We have taken one positive sign and we have taken one negative sign. So we will have uh, all over six solutions for six element for this uh, is this trigonometric equation, since cos have uh, positive value for particularly theta and minus theta. So if the if there are particularly different three solutions, then it will also have three more solutions for that minus theta. Okay, so it will have six elements. It will have six elements. Okay, so finally we will we have here is, so now last list is sin x minus cos x is equal to 1. Okay, so for this we will be doing here sin x minus pi by 4 is equal to sin pi by 4. Okay, okay, so we have to check here for interval minus 7 pi by 4 to 7 pi by 4. We have to check it for minus 7 pi by 4 to 7 pi by 4. Okay, so for let me write its general solution. This it will be n pi plus minus 1 to the power n pi by 4. So x will be n pi plus minus 1 to the power n pi by 4 plus pi by 4. Okay, so let us check for n is equal to 0. X will have uh, pi by 2 which will come under the interval, so it will be considered. For n is equal to 1, we will have x is equal to pi. For n is equal to 1, we will have x is equal to pi. This will also come into interval. For n is equal to 2, the value will be x, it will be 2 pi plus pi by 2. Since it will be greater than 2 pi, so it will not be considered. Okay, so let us check for n is equal to minus 1. For minus 1, we will have x is equal to minus pi minus pi only, so it will also be considered. So for n is equal to minus 2, so for minus 2 we will have x is equal to minus 2 pi plus pi by 2. It will be minus 3 pi by 2. It will come inside the interval. Okay, so we have here four elements for this particular trigonometric equation. So the question is solved here, I can directly tell that I can directly give the answer in between that, since first have two elements, second have two elements, so the option B will be correct. But the purpose of but the purpose here was to explain the concepts behind it. So that's why I have explained each and every part. So thank you and have a nice day ahead.